Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Reezy Resells. On my channel, I teach people how to make a living outside of the standard 9 to 5, whether that is reselling, selling on eBay, selling on Amazon, thrifting, all kinds of stuff. But today's video, and recently, I've been making a lot of videos about Instacart during the current situation that we're in. It's been a great fresh breath of air for me to be able to make money and feel appreciated, being able to deliver groceries to people, a service that they really need right now. So if you're new to my channel and you haven't seen those videos, click down below to see a playlist of the Instacart videos that I've been making. They'll show you in the store and give you just a greater example of what's going on. And there's a lot of people, I'll put some screenshots up right here, that are making a lot of money lately because of those videos. So I cannot recommend those videos enough. Go check them out. Click up here, wherever that's at, check those videos out and start making some money on Instacart because it is very, very profitable right now. That being said, today's video is going to be about 10 things I wish I would have known when I got started doing Instacart. Hopefully these things will help you as much as they have helped me. So let's go ahead and get into them. First things first, Instacart pay varies greatly depending on the area that you live in, right? So it's supply and demand on how many people are using the app and need the service versus how many drivers there are in your area. All right, so just because I'm making $45 an hour doesn't mean that you're gonna make $45 an hour. I hope you can make a lot of money doing Instacart, and generally I do think it's worth almost anyone, but that just depends on how many people are using the service and how many drivers there are. So get it while you can, but don't assume that what I'm doing is your results. Your mileage may vary, you feel me? So let's go into the next thing. One of the most common questions I get is, how do you pay for the groceries when you're doing Instacart? Do you use your own credit card? How does that work? No, you do not. You use the credit card that Instacart gives you. It's an Instacart credit card, okay? Not your card, Instacart's credit card, right? And the best thing is, this is gonna be the next tip, you do not have to wait for the card to come in the mail because Instacart supports Apple Pay and Google Wallet. So if you poke around in the app a little bit, you'll figure it out. You can sync the Instacart card from the app to Apple Pay or Google Wallet, and you can start working before the card even shows up. I got approved within 6 hours or so for everything on Instacart, and that means within 6 hours of signing up, I was able to start working. So do not wait for your card to show up. Take advantage of the technology that we have at hand. Another question that I get from people that's pretty common is, can I do 2 orders at once? Yes and no. So the way Instacart groups orders, it's called batches, right? So a batch can be a single order or it can be multiple orders, and you can only do 1 batch at a time, but you can have a single order, a double order, or a triple order. I have never seen a quadruple order on Instacart. It might be there, I don't know, but you cannot do several batches. You can do 1 batch. So yes, you can do multiple orders, but only if Instacart combines it into a single batch. That is the way it works, okay? Next up, along the topic of multiple order batches, I don't recommend that you do a 2 or a 3 order batch as your first batch. Start with single order batches, get warmed up, get used to the system and how it works before you dive into doing double or triple order batches. Personally, I've done over 30 batches and I have yet to do a double, let alone a triple batch. I'm actually kind of scared of it. So when I get there, I'll get there, but do not jump right in. It can be overwhelming and it can make you want to throw in the towel right away. Do not do it, not recommended. If you are old enough, make sure you do the alcohol delivery test and the prescription medicine test. It's in the app. It will take you like 5 to 10 minutes. It's multiple choice questions. If you get it wrong, it lets you do it again. You can do it infinity times until you get it right. It's more of informing you and making sure you know than it is a test, because I do not believe that you can actually fail. But if you're 21 and your state supports it, delivering alcohol will make you more money and give you more batches to do, because if you're 18 and you're doing Instacart, you can't do alcohol delivery, unfortunately. Sorry to my 18-year-old followers. It's just not in the cards for you yet, but if you're old enough, definitely take advantage of it so that you guys can make more money doing more orders. Next tip, I want to talk about the payment structure on Instacart. So when you see an order and you see how much it is, you can click on it and you can see how much is the guaranteed payment versus how much is the tip. Now, the tips are percentage based. It's a percentage of the order. The customer selects 5%, 10%, 20%, whatever they want to put on there, but it's a percentage of the order. So I'll get back to that. And they can adjust the tips up to 3 days after the order has been completed and delivered. So it's more important to focus on an order with a higher guaranteed guaranteed payment than it is an order with a higher tips, because the customer can reduce the tips down to 0 later if they want. It doesn't happen very often. Don't believe everything you hear in the news, but it does happen sometimes. More than often, in my experience, the tips have been raised because I delivered excellent customer service, right? So it's important to know that and to focus on the guaranteed payment. Do not discount tips entirely, because most people are not evil. Most people tip and it's good and they appreciate your service. So don't discount tips completely, but if there's 2 orders with the same total and one has a higher guaranteed payment, make sure you take that order. Also focus on how long it takes you to pull items. In the app, it will give you a rating. It's called SPI. It means seconds per item. This is how long it took you from the time you swiped starting the order till the time you got to checkout to pull the items. So it's divided across the items. It's seconds per item. So you can see how many units are in an order and you can understand how long that will take you to complete that order, right? You want to go for about $1 a unit. That's a good pay rate in my experience. Also, because the tips are percentage based, you can see what people are ordering by swiping up on it before you accept it. And if it's all like toilet paper, disinfectant wipes, or 500 bananas, stuff you know that's not going to be in stock in the stores, you might want to sway away from that order, as you know the tip is going to be decreased a lot, right? So another topic that this is a very big topic, and I'm not a CPA, we're going to talk about taxes real quick with Instacart. So when doing Instacart or DoorDash or Uber Eats or Shipt or Postmates or any of that stuff, you are an independent contractor, right? And so as such, you need to pay taxes on your stuff at the end of the year. They're not taking it out for you. It's up to you. So you should save 25 to 30% of all of the money you make from Instacart and put it to the side in a separate account or in a shoebox or wherever you think storing money is safe, so that at the end of the year, you can pay your taxes and have the money and not get hit with an unexpected tax payment. But on top of that, you want to make sure that you track everything, all of your expenses involved with doing the job, so that you can get reimbursed for them. So that means you need to track your mileage, right? There's a great app called Mile IQ. Use that to track your mileage while you're doing Instacart. On top of that, save all your receipts for Instacart related stuff. So if you're buying hand sanitizer or Lysol wipes or gloves or tires for your car, or you're getting the oil changed in your car, any of these things that you can, remotely say are related to the Instacart job, which includes using your car, save those receipts, because those are going to be tax write-offs at the end of the year, are going to offset your taxable income. If you do not track them, you're going to have to pay more money in taxes. So just make sure you're doing it 100, right? Another topic that I'm not an expert on is insurance. So technically, if you're doing these types of jobs, you're supposed to have commercial insurance. That applies to any gig economy job that uses your car. A lot of people don't have commercial insurance for doing these things. So if you get in a wreck while doing Instacart and your insurance company finds out, they're not going to cover you, and they'll actually probably kick you off the policy. And if you lie and say you weren't doing Instacart and they find out you were later, that's insurance fraud and you could go to jail. I ain't no snitch, but I'm just telling you guys the rules, right? So if I was you and you didn't have insurance and you did get in a wreck, I would try to not mention it that you were doing Instacart, but I'm not going to say that's the actual advice that I recommend for you guys to do. That's just what I would do. And so you need to do what's best for you and don't get in trouble. Don't believe everything you hear from some guy on the internet, right? Another thing is gas, right? You need to be economical. You're going to be driving a little to a lot. If you have 2 vehicles and one is a Corolla and one is a Expedition, don't use the Expedition. Use the Corolla. If you have a Prius, that's also amazing. Use the car that's going to get the best gas mileage for you. That way you don't have to invest as much money up front to make money on Instacart. It's pretty simple. Another thing is, this is a customer service based job. So if you don't like customer service and you don't have patience, it's not going to be a good experience for you. You need to communicate with the customers a lot. If you're annoyed by communicating to people and delivering customer service, it's not going to work for you long term. That being said, there are some things you can do to make it easier to communicate with customers. So while you're communicating with customers, use speech to text on your phone to save you a lot of time. Also, use text expansion on your phone. They have it native to Apple and Android, and there's special apps you can use. I use one called WordBoard to make a custom keyboard with text expansions. One of the things I do is, as soon as I accept an order for a customer, I let them know that, hey, my name's Michael, that's my real name. I'm going to be shopping for you guys today, and a lot of stuff might be out of stock, but I'll do my best to deliver a 5-star shopping experience to you. If there's anything that you need that you forgot to add, please let me know and I'll take care of it, and I'll see you soon. Michael, right? That's an expansion auto thing that I do, and I just paste it it, and then I add the customer's name to personalize it and send it to them. I have another one that I use that basically says, is out of stock. Is there any other item that you would prefer I substitute for that? And I use that for when I have to make a substitution on an item and the item's not actually there. You know what I mean? So, and that's very important because since the tips are percentage order based, you want to try and get everything on the list, because every item that you have to refund, your tips are going to go down because it's based on a percentage of the order. So you are incentivized via that to make sure you get them everything on the order, and you want to communicate with the customer and let them know. The other day I had a customer that wanted unsalted cashews, and across several brands I couldn't find unsalted cashews, so I almost had to refund that item. But instead I messaged the customer, I said unsalted cashews, and then I sent my expansion, blah 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 is out of stock, is there any other items you would like me to get you? And they said, yeah, sure, salted cashews are fine. So then I was able to get those items and preserve the order total, not to decrease my tip. That is very, very important, and you want to make sure that you try to get as much stuff as possible and keep your line of communication open with the customer. You're going to get better and bigger tips. I guess that's the same thing if you communicate with the customer and are more friendly. Also, the intro message just lets them know that you're a human, right? You're not a robot. You're not some warehouse worker. You're a human like them who's shopping and getting their order. Another thing that's a huge tip is focus on 1 or 2 stores. If you live in an area that has enough business and you can focus on 1 store, that is tremendous. But 1 or 2 stores, maybe 3, is going to be your wheelhouse. And the reason is because the more familiar you are with a store, the faster you can shop a store, the more you know where everything is, the more you know the employees, you know which ones are friendly, you know which ones are okay to help you, etc. Another tip, guys, is just don't bug the employees too much. It's okay to ask an employee for help in a grocery store to find something, but try not to pull them away from what they're doing, where they're stocking something. Always say excuse me, always say please, always say thank you, and just let them know that they are appreciated. If you can try and remember their names so that when you come back in the store, you can address them with their name instead of just saying, hey, excuse me, ma'am, or excuse me, miss. Any type of kindness you can do to grocery store workers will be much appreciated, because trust me, many Instacart drivers are very rude and they just act like it's the store worker's job to help them do their job. And it's not. We do appreciate their help, but do your best to try and learn the store on your own and only ask for help when you need it. That being said, there is one category that I am going to instruct you to always ask for help on, and that is wine. Wine is extremely hard to find in a store. There are so many variations and versions of wine. You need to understand, here's the Cabernets, here's the Pinots, here's the white wine, the Zinfandel, whatever. You need to understand how it's organized, and then usually they have it price organized, top shelf, bottom shelf, middle shelf, and you can look at the price of the item in the order to help you understand where it might be, but still, it is cumbersome. It can take you a long time. So if you can find the person who works for the store that knows the most about the wine, that they're going to be a huge asset to you. Make sure you take care of people that help you out a lot and do not be rude, but it can mean the difference from taking 5 minutes to find a bottle of wine to taking 5 seconds. Wine is very frustrating. There's a million bottles and brands, and it's so hard to find. So with wine, I recommend asking for help and finding that one person that can really help you out a lot. Another tip is the insulated bags. So it is not required to have insulated bags to shop on Instacart. Let me show you what they look like. I actually just got them right now and I haven't even opened it, so I'm gonna open it real quick. This is the actual Bamco insulated bags that you get from ordering in the app with Instacart. So it's just a little bag, foil lined, it has a zipper, it feels extremely low quality, right? It only holds 1 bag, and I believe you get 3 or 4 for 26 bucks ordering through the app. But what I do recommend is that you get your own bags from Costco. This bag is called Keep Cool brand. They are $7 at Costco, and this bag is very sturdy, much stronger, much better insulated, and you can hold it on your shoulder and you can hold 2 bags. So I can, even if I'm not using it for insulated groceries, I can put 2 bags in here and then I can still carry 2 other bags, and it can save me time in delivering groceries, and customers really appreciate it. I kind of make a display about it. I bring all the groceries, then I bring this bag, set it down, unzip it, and let them know, like, hey, here's your cool stuff. I got your ice cream, I got your meats, I got everything, all your frozen vegetables, everything is ice cold in this insulated bag because I care. You know what I mean? and these are only $7. So you don't have to buy the bags through Instacart app. I believe the company that makes them is called Vamco, but you do not need to buy those. You can buy your own and then get them approved through the Instacart app. The reason I purchased the bags through the Instacart app is because you get approved quicker. You have to submit your insulated bags, but if you buy them through the Instacart app, you don't have to submit it. You're automatically approved. The most important thing about the insulated bags is you cannot shop Costco or big membership type stores like that if you do not have insulated bags. So by buying them through the app, you actually are able to shop the store like the next day and even sometimes that day before the bags even show up at your house, right? So that's the reason I purchased them through the app, is so that I could get approved quickly to start shopping Costco through Instacart. Now, let's talk about Costco, guys. Well, first, I kind of glossed over the fact if you need to submit your bags, you have to talk to customer service. Customer service is generally slammed on Instacart. So if you need to contact customer service for any reason, do not call on the phone. Use the in-app live chat. I've been able to get a customer service rep consistently in about 5 to 10 minutes using the Instacart live chat through the app. So use that to your advantage, especially when you need to submit your bags to get approved so that you can shop Costco. Now, Costco is actually partnered with Instacart to do some pretty cool stuff. So if you are an Instacart shopper and you shop at Costco, not only do you not have to wait in line like everyone else, but they're giving you a dedicated checkout inside the store. And even more than that, they are allowing special early access privileges. So Costco, I believe, doesn't open until 9 a.m. But if you're an Instacart shopper, you can enter between 6:30 a.m. and 10 a.m. through the receiving door in the back. So you don't have to wait in line. You can get there before the crowds get there, do your shopping before there's other customers in the store, and get your own dedicated checkout. And so the special entrance through the receiving door is from 6:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. and then from 6:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. And that's really cool because the store actually closes, I believe, at 6:30 p.m., at least right now during the current hours. And actually says if you show up and there is a line any time of the day and you're an Instacart shopper, you can still go in the back and use the receiving entrance. Another question I get from a lot of people is, do you have to have a Costco membership to shop at Costco for Instacart? The answer is no. Instacart actually creates a digital membership for you to use in the app, and that is what you scan at the checkout to check out. And no, you're unable to do any personal shopping for yourself while you're at Costco. That is pretty much it. There is a couple more things I want to touch real quick, guys. You cannot use your own loyalty card through the store to try and get some kind of benefit off of it. Instacart tracks their partnerships with grocery stores and how many customers are Instacart customers, so they give you their own Instacart card number loyalty thing to use for that. So I wouldn't recommend doing any of that kind of stuff. There is one thing that you can use that I believe is somewhat productive. There is apps like Ibotta and Fetch that you can earn money or gift cards for scanning retail receipts. I do not know if that is okay to do with Instacart or if it's approved on the terms of service. Do it yourself, check that out. But you do amass a lot of receipts from going to stores, and you are not supposed to give the receipts to customers. I use the Fetch app myself, right? And the limit, I believe, is 20 receipts a week. I scanned 20 receipts from Instacart into the Fetch app, and it told me I was halfway to earning a $3 iTunes or an Amazon gift card. So it might be worth it. I don't know if it's against the rules or not, but look into it and see if that's something you can do. If that's worth your time, it might be a good way to earn a few bucks in Amazon gift cards or iTunes gift cards, whatever other rewards that Ibotta or Fetch or apps like that offer. Like I said, guys, if you like this video, you're really gonna love this video that I made that actually takes you into the store with me to shop Instacart and just shows you everything. It's a long video. It's a full walkthrough. You get to see the app. You get to understand everything, how it goes, how I do substitutions, how I talk to the customers, and generally how you can make $350 a day or more doing Instacart. I actually talked to a guy that's making $3,000 a week recently doing Instacart. So there is a lot of opportunity out there. Again, your mileage may vary. You might not be able to make that much money in your area, but the opportunity is out there, and I am super stoked to be able to share this with you guys so that you can make money in this time of need. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please press the like button. Consider subscribing if you want to learn how to make more money outside of a traditional 9 to 5, and I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.
Strangle to death as I mangle your flesh. Lights on, Nikon, which angle is best? I put you in the frame and let you hang with the rest. Call it photo finish as we diminish your last breath. And if the Sabbath is the day of the Lord, then my style of rap is like the way of the sword. Better sharpen your blade, I'm coming straight for your door. I see the devil in your